Caitlin Clark is one of the most talked about athletes in women's basketball today. Her rise to fame began in college at the University of Iowa, where she broke records and filled arenas. When she joined the WNBA in 2024, it wasn't just her skills that drew attention. It was the way she transformed the league. Ticket sales soared, merchandise flew off the shelves, and viewership hit all-time highs. But now, Clark is speaking out for something bigger than herself. She is calling for change across the entire WNBA. During the 2025 WNBA All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis, Caitlin Clark and dozens of her fellow players wore black warm-up shirts that had a simple but powerful message written across them. "Pay us what you owe us." This wasn't just a fashion choice. It was a direct demand to the WNBA aimed at starting a conversation about fair pay and respect for the women who keep the league running. The shirts quickly became the center of attention. Fans cheered, reporters asked questions, and for the first time in a while, the issue of player compensation in the WNBA made national headlines. Clark and her teammates were not shy. They made it clear that this protest was planned, united, and long overdue. The message behind those words was about more than just money. It was about being valued. To understand the protest, you have to understand the numbers. Right now, the pay gap between the WNBA and NBA is massive. The average WNBA player makes between $72,000 and $12,000 per season. Caitlin Clark, despite being the most talked about player in the league and the top overall draft pick in 2024, earns just around $78,000 in her rookie year. That's under $340,000 for her full 4-year rookie contract. By comparison, a first-year NBA player can earn more than $1 million. And it's not just about the superstars. Even NBA bench players who may play just a few minutes a game are earning several times more than WNBA starters. This is what Clark and her teammates are fighting to change. They want a better collective bargaining agreement, the official contract that sets pay, working conditions, and rules for players and teams. The current CBA expires after the 2025 season. Back in 2024, players voted to opt out of it early. Since then, negotiations with the league haven't gone well. Many players, including stars like Breanna Stewart, have said that the meetings with WNBA leaders have been disappointing. They feel like real progress isn't being made. During All-Star Weekend, Clark said, "We should be paid more, and hopefully that's the case moving forward as the league continues to grow." She said the protest wasn't just her idea, but something the whole group came together to support. It was a symbol of unity from rookies like herself to veterans who have been in the league for years. The issue of low pay became even more obvious after the 2025 Commissioner's Cup, a mid-season tournament that offers prize money. Clark's team, the Indiana Fever, won the tournament. Each player on the winning team earned around $45,000 in bonus money. That's more than double what WNBA players earned for winning the finals championship. Clark was surprised and confused. She shared her thoughts during a live stream with fans, saying, "We get more for this than you do if you're a champion. Makes no sense." She even joked, calling it the Kathy Cup, a nickname referring to WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. The name was a playful jab but sent a clear message. The league's pay structure is broken. Clark wasn't trying to be disrespectful, but she was being honest. She knows how much attention she brings to the game. People are tuning in to watch her play. Tickets are selling out. The WNBA is gaining sponsors, but the players aren't getting their fair share. She said what many fans and players were already thinking. Something has to change. Clark is not alone in this fight. Players across the league are backing the same message. Her all-star teammates like Nafa Collier and Kelsey Plum have spoken up as well. During the all-star events, over 40 players attended a meeting to talk about their goals for the next CBA. They want better pay, more revenue sharing, and improved working conditions. This protest is about more than just one player. It's about the future of women's basketball. Players are tired of hearing that there's not enough money to pay them fairly when they see how much they're helping the league grow. Caitlin Clark has been called a once-in-a-generation player, but even she is being paid like a part-timer. The movement also highlights how players are treated in other ways. Many WNBA athletes play overseas in the off-season just to make ends meet. That takes a toll on their bodies and limits their time for rest. It also raises safety concerns, especially in countries that may not be as stable or secure. Now, players are demanding that the league take responsibility and improve conditions at home. They want better facilities, safer travel, and most importantly, fair wages. They believe the WNBA has the potential to be a top sports league, but only if it starts treating its players with respect. Caitlin Clark has done more for the WNBA in a short time than many could have imagined. Since her arrival in the league, Attendance at games has jumped dramatically. The Indiana Fever, Clark's team, has led the league in ticket sales. Some teams are even moving games to bigger arenas just to hold the crowds that come to see her play. TV ratings have gone up too. Games that feature Clark are often the most watched of the week. Her jerseys are among the top selling in all of basketball, not just the WNBA. She has helped bring new fans to the sport and has shown that there is a huge market for women's basketball when it's given the spotlight. This boost in popularity has also brought in more sponsors and money. But much of that money hasn't reached the players. Clark and others want to know why. They believe if they're helping grow the league, they should share in the rewards. Some critics argue that the league still isn't as profitable as the NBA. But players like Clark aren't asking for millions overnight. They're asking for fairness. They want a piece of the revenue they help generate. If the league is doing better financially because of their hard work and popularity, they believe it's only right that they benefit too. The WNBA has a decision to make. The players have made their voices heard. Now it's up to the league's leadership to respond. The new CBA will be one of the most important agreements in WNBA history. With stars like Caitlin Clark leading the charge, the pressure is higher than ever before. Fans are watching closely too. Many are supporting the players. Social media is full of comments from people who agree with the "pay us what you owe us" message. Even some NBA players have shown support, saying they stand with their WNBA sisters. The deadline for the new CBA is October 2025. If the league and the players can't reach an agreement by then, it could lead to a lockout or a strike. No one wants that, but the players have shown they're willing to take bold steps to stand up for their rights. Clark's role in all of this is significant. She's not just a talented player, she's a leader. She's using her platform to speak up, not just for herself but for every woman in the league. And she's doing it in a way that is calm, confident, and powerful. The message she and her teammates are sending is clear. They love the game. They're proud of what they've built, but they're no longer willing to be underpaid, undervalued, or overlooked. They're ready to be treated like the professionals they are. The current fight in the WNBA is bigger than basketball. It's part of a wider movement happening across sports and other industries. Women are standing up and demanding equal treatment. Caitlin Clark's protest is one part of that story, but it's a powerful example of how change begins. If the league listens and works with the players to create a fairer deal, it could lead to a new era of success for women's sports. More fans, more sponsors, more talent coming in. But it all starts with respecting the people who make the game what it is. Caitlin Clark may have entered the WNBA as a rookie, but she's already proving to be a game changer in every sense of the word. Whether on the court or off it, she's showing what it means to lead. And if the league is smart, it will listen to her message and rise to meet the moment. Because one thing is now very clear. The players are done waiting and they're not backing down. If this video helped you understand what's really happening in the WNBA, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more sports stories that matter. Caitlin Clark and her teammates aren't just making history, they're demanding real change, and it's time the world listens. Let us know in the comments. Do you think the WNBA is doing enough? And should the players get a bigger piece of the pie? Until next time, stay informed, stay bold, and we'll see you in the next video.